Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Helen Noble, Celebrant of Surrey, founder of Swansong and co-founder of the Healthy Marriage Success course. On this YouTube video, I'll bring you tips and insights and some wise words onto all things ceremony, usually wedding. If you do want naming or funeral, drop me a DM and I'll focus a bit more on that. But for now, I'm talking about celebrant-led ceremonies, particularly weddings. How do you know about them? How do you find them? Who's on your team? So there's been a bit of a trend on the old Insta grid with an audio saying, no one's coming, no one's coming. And then you have to realise that actually what you want needs to be on you. You think about what you want, you say yes to more of that, no to what's not that, and make what you want happen because no one's coming. But I'm here for it. But if you don't know celebrant-led ceremonies is a thing, not many people are going to tell you. So, yay, you found me. Yay, hopefully you go and dig deeper. But just so you know who's on your team. So, it might not be the venue because they are, quite rightly perhaps, all for an easy life. They have a formula, they have a set contract, and probably in that contract it will say marriage date, registrar booked. When you get married, your marriage isn't anyone's business. We are not in the marriage business. We are in the wedding business. I'm a wedding celebrant. They're a wedding venue. The marriage are marriage registrars and divorce lawyers. That sounds harsh, but they're the ones in the marriage industry because it's a legally binding contract. So the civil servants and the lawyers and the marriage guidance counsellors, they're in the marriage industry. We are in the wedding industry and you are planning a wedding. But what kind of wedding you want is down to you, and how you find out how to get it is about how much research you are able to do and finding out what questions are helpful to ask, because you probably don't even know what you don't know. I'm here for that. I can help you. But that's why so many couples fall into the trap. And then maybe 6 months before the wedding, they've got really into wedding planning, they've dug deep, they're chatting to all their suppliers, and somewhere along the line, they discover celebrants and then go, oh, that's what we want. It's delightful when I get an inquiry that says, we've booked our registrar, we had it all sorted, we discovered celebrants, we discovered you, so we've ditched the registrar and we're booking you. That makes me happy. That actually happened this week, which has given me the inspiration for today. But what would make me even happier is if they hadn't, and if you haven't had to go through that process of booking stuff in a panic because the venues have said, book your registrar, that is the first thing you need to do, book your registrar. It's none of their business when you get married. You can get married a year and a day before your wedding, like the old school back in the Elizabethans. They married, they gave their word, they had their pledge, and a year and a day later, they tied the knot, i.e., both families became united. And as a community, they tied the knot. So it was more of a social declaration a year and a day later, which is what a wedding is. A wedding's a social declaration. You're there being sociable, having a party, having all your loved ones there celebrating. So I do have maybe, 4 times a year, couples that have got booked their wedding date a year and a day later because they're doing it old school. They're doing it how it used to happen before all the noise got in the way. But with who's on your team, no one is going to make you feel bad for your choices or suggest something else if you've already made a decision because they don't want to rock the boat. But once you say, oh, we're having a celebrant, then usually you see the photographer's face light up, you see the florist light up, so like, oh, I love a celebrant wedding. And you're like, oh, why was this not a thing when we were booking? because it's not the norm just yet. It's way more frequent than it was, say, in 2018 or 11 years ago when I started. What was that? Can't even figure it out. 2012. 2012? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so it's a lot more frequent because the word is getting out there, because people, particularly Generation Z, they are very much about doing what's right for them, not being pulled by duty, not being pulled by the social this, that, and the other, you should, you should, you should. Gen Z, I guess they're called, are actually really good at doing what's right for them. I totally understand they can get sucked into technology, and we're all doing that. That's not a generational thing. We're just getting sucked in. So, hello, I'm on one of 5 platforms. But with the who's coming, no one's coming, who's on your team, you get engaged, fabulous. Before you get sucked down the hole, really think, what does a wedding look like? Is it the same as marriage? No, it's not. The wedding is the social declaration of your marriage. The people in the marriage business are marriage registrars, divorce lawyers, and marriage counsellors. The people in the wedding business are wedding suppliers. And we love an event. We love a social occasion. We love energy. That's what we're about. We're about the front page of your future life together. And that's what we want to celebrate. But because having a registrar at your wedding is the norm, probably since about the 60s-ish, people would just, the default was get married in church, and then gradually, probably from about, I don't know, maybe the 90s onwards, registrars kind of just became the alternative thing rather than, oh, you've had a registrar. It was, are you getting married in church in a registrar? And now it's like, oh, celebrant. So we're getting there. And those of you on board, hurrah, thank you for the social movement that's culturally beginning to navigate through our society, that you do have a choice. There is power in it. And it means you get personality, you get energy, you get your story. And actually, everyone else in the industry, the wedding industry, is completely on board with that because we're a chosen supplier. You've actively gone, I like her. I like their energy. I like the fact they're going to make my wedding about me. And not by the powers invested in me, by the council of blah, 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 I hereby blah, 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 all that. Don't need that. That can be done in the registry office on a Thursday morning and then go out for boozy lunch. Lovely jubbly. And then you can chill. If it's wedding week, maybe you get wedding ready on the Friday and you have your ceremony on the Saturday and everyone hangs out and has fun on the Sunday and you go on honeymoon on Monday. That'll be a cool wedding week. But with the trend of no one's coming, we're waiting in the wings. We're here. I'm doing all I can to say, I'm coming, I'm here. But actually the responsibility of research and finding out what is open to you and what choices you do have and making informed decision on those choices is down to you. And I'm trying my best to inform, educate, get the word out that a celebrant-led ceremony is a thing. And once you know that, then actually everyone else is coming. Everyone's here for it. We're all on board. It's great. And that's kind of all I have to say. Same goes for namings and funerals. So I'm here. I'm on Insta. I'm on YouTube. Debating on a podcast. Also got some blogs I need to write. But there, once you know what you're looking for, you will find it. It's a bit like directions. If you're lost, you don't know where you're going, someone says, there should be a pub on your left. And all you know is, there's not. There isn't a pub on my left. That's not helpful. But as you get more information, as more information is given to you, hopefully through all these mediums, then even if the venue aren't on board or don't think to offer it, even if you do a walk around and they say, this is our licensed room, if you know to ask, oh, is the orangery licensed? And if they say, oh, no, sorry, It doesn't mean, oh no, sorry, you can't have a ceremony in there. It means, oh no, sorry, we're not licensed for registrars, but you can have a celebrant-led wedding in there. And you go, ooh, orangery, nice. Black and white tiles, glass ceiling, Victorian wall. I love an orangery. Thinking of getting your wedding in an orangery. Love it. So there you go. No one's coming if you don't take responsibility for finding out the choices that you have, finding support to make those decisions, and then moving you forward to see it come to life. I'm here for it. Ding the bell, subscribe, come see me every week. Lots of love. Bye.